Welcome, folks, to the coronation ceremony of Lance and Louise. Louise is the queen, I am the king. Sounds kind of fantastic, doesn't it? But anyway, all of this has to do with an appreciation of a certain individual in the Southland who has been following our videos and who believes that she should have us maybe for lunch somewhere, the Hyatt or somewhere of our choice. But we chose yesterday to be with her, which is more meaningful than just Louise and I going to a restaurant, you know what I mean? So my topic tonight, or should I say our topic tonight, because it's nice when we are partners in this thing. Our topic tonight is about appreciation. Appreciation. And just when we were about to start, our daughter Lisa brought some, what do you call this cake? Upside down pineapple?
Pineapple upside down.
Pineapple upside down. And as you could see,
which we devoured.
which we certainly devoured. So appreciation is something that we have to value it a lot. For instance, on Louise's, next to Louise here rather, I should say, is Ermine Allen from
Moruga.
Fifth Company, Moruga. Ermine had worked with us for
35 years.
35 years.
Or maybe more.
35 years. And she was very faithful. At one time, they used to say that she is like the mother of Lyndon because he was transported by her. He was accompanied by her to school morning and evening. And, he really appreciates her as a second mother. So, I mean, we're glad to have you here tonight to express appreciation for your years of service with us. And you have been really a big help in our environment. You know?
Thank you very much.
Say that again a little louder.
Thank you very much.
Yes, not that I want to hear you, but the mic is a little far from you. It's not that I want praise, the mic is a little far from you.
Yeah.
So, Louise, tell me a little bit there about this matter of appreciation.
Well, in life, there are so many people in my life that I appreciate because I have been blessed with people who always looked out for me. From early as a child, having lost parents, my sister and my siblings, we all stuck together, supporting each other, and this I appreciate. And because of our close connection as a family, we can still be a close-knitted family even in our old age. So I appreciate brothers and sisters. I appreciate neighbors in our village that always looked out for us, who when they caught fish, they would give us fish, they would give us shrimps. And so although we lost our parents, that might have been the hardest thing in life, but we have been blessed all along the way for people who looked out for us, who have been helpful. I remember when I left school, my first job that I got, it was friends made contact for this job for me. And they said I can stay with them. I was just 18. Brenda and Jim. And I lived with Brenda and Jim for 1 year, and I appreciate all that they did for me as a young lady. And then my uncle and his wife, I moved to them, and then I moved with a friend whose husband was out of the country, and she asked if I would love to come and stay with her. She wanted company, so that Irma now is in her 90s, and and she has been good to us. Well, at the time I was dating Lance, we were engaged, and Lance would call and say, Irma, you and Louise come down, meet me at the Express, I'm going to take you all out to the movies. So our dating, even in early dating, we always had a chaperone.
Oh my goodness.
But Ermine was a wonderful Irma was a wonderful help. And even when I started working at BP, I remember the kindnesses of those older people. They took me as a child, young. I was the youngest person in the company. And I particularly appreciate my boss, Dennis Hariprasad, who took me as his little sister and taught me the job without withholding any information. He explained to me why certain things were done, why it had to be neat. And there were times I would be in tears when he would say, "That's not good enough, Louise. You got to do it over. It needs to be neater than this." And throughout my working career, I always remember his not settling for anything less but excellent.
Very good.
So thank you, Dennis. If you are on YouTube, thank you very much. Appreciate you. And then I met Lance and we got married. And I appreciate Lance. We have been married for 52 years. And I appreciate the loving, kind, caring husband Lance is. And my appreciation of Lance helps me to be a friend to him, a wife, loving and caring, because I appreciate his love and care over the years. But of course, we cannot take things for granted. When people are kind to us, we don't just accept, well, I deserve this. We have to appreciate that this person appreciates us. And therefore, we have to show our appreciation for each other, not just by lip service, but by the very little things that we would do. Little sharing of our time, sharing a kind word in time of distress, that we are there for each other. All of these things add up to appreciation for each other, And I appreciate Ermin because Ermin came to work with us when Lyndon Lasana was 2 years old and now he's 47.
Wow.
Well, Ermin has been retired now for the last 10 years, Ermin.
Yeah,
And we continue to be in contact with Ermin. We don't have as much visitors because living 2 hours away, we would love to have her more times visit us, but it's not always possible because of the distance. But we do appreciate Ermin for all you have done. You made it possible that I could have kept my job until retirement age because we knew that our kids were well taken care of. We knew the home was well run. You were kind to our visitors. You took good care of them. My being absent from the home, they were treated as though I was taking care of them. Money couldn't pay for that. But we love and appreciate you, and we wish you many more years to live so that you can enjoy your retirement.
Thank you very much.
So what do you have to say apart from thank you?
Well, I can say that I appreciate working here with both of you. And I enjoyed all those years working here and even taking care of the kids. And I took care of Lyndon. He was born and I took care until he's married and has 2 children. I appreciate Lyndon and even Lisa, Lieber, and Lasana. They were very good to me. Like, even how some people treat servant maids, they never treat me so. They treat me as their own, as I'm one of the family in their home.
Well, you are Baptiste,
Yes.
Because you're Baptiste Carrington.
Yeah. Which I appreciate that. very much. And I thank you very much for all you have done for me over the years. And I appreciate everything you do for me. Well, Lance and Louise, I'm very appreciate what been working with you all over the years. And you never, I can say from my heart, you never treat me as a maid. Like to say, oh, you have to eat one side, we sit at the table as one, which I appreciate that. And I can say again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much too, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, Louise, I want to reflect a little bit here on this king and queen coronation that we had yesterday. There's a young lady way down in the Southland who wanted us, as I said in the beginning, to have a meal for all the kind things we try to do for people. So she had these
Also to celebrate our 52nd wedding anniversary.
Very good, very good. So the first thing was that she pulled up a photo of us off of the channel, right? And she had it framed. That shows it in us in Tobago. And then she produced these two glasses, King and Queen. So I call it our Coronation Day. And we went to lunch at a place called Evolved. That's when you're approaching Bonus Village in headed towards Cedros.
A very beautiful restaurant, sort of sports bar, and the food is very delicious.
Right.
The prices are right. And what I appreciate most of it about it is that it is run by one of our Cedros boys. Yeah, he was a Rampol, and he and our sisters and brothers, and we knew the whole family because they were teachers in Ikakas. His older brother and his wife were teachers in Ikakas Government School. And when we heard about this restaurant, and we thought that it'd be nice to check it out on our way to Ikakas, well, it turned out that it was done. This is the first time that we went. And to see the Rampol family there was like, I am so proud that a Cedros person came back. I think he traveled and he came back and with his talent can offer, he's given back to Cedros now. A beautiful restaurant that they don't have to go travel all the way to Point Forte or San Fernando to dine out. It can be done regularly because it's just 6 miles away from Ikakas. So I think that is wonderful, and Bobo, congratulations.
Okay. So Louise, now this matter of appreciation, right? In the family, we have to learn to appreciate in-laws.
Yes.
Right? You have 2 daughters-in-law, and we have to appreciate their inclusion in our family.
And a son-in-law too.
And a son-in-law, how could I forget that? And a son-in-law. And he always says that he's
your favorite son-in-law.
He's the favorite son-in-law because he's the only one. Right?
So it's not hard to argue that he's your favorite son-in-law.
No, it's not hard to argue that. But we are glad that our children have found spouses who, we could relate to them. And their children, we are happy for their children. And once the children are exposed to this sense of
family,
they gravitate towards family, we could think that the future would be bright for all of them. Right?
Of course.
So now we move on to something about, I was kind of Googling a little there, and it tells us that more money and more cars and more holidays and more technology will hardly make us happy. Not that we shouldn't be ambitious, but these things are all temporary, And it says that appreciate what you have before time makes you appreciate what you had. meaning to say that time will slip by, other things will come in, and then you will be perhaps beyond the place of appreciation.
That's right.
You
That's
know?
so real.
Now, I want to tell you a little story here about a call I got while we were down in Carcass. A young man called, and he was trying to refresh my memory about a conversation we had a long spell ago. And I couldn't pick up, the event had been so long. But as he spoke, it came back to me. And the thing is that there's a certain relative that is dear to his heart, and he really wants that there would be peace between his family and this certain individual close to his heart. For some reason, it's not working out. And he said to me, I have failed. I believe that I told him when we first talked that what you should really do is write a letter to this person explaining your feelings, explaining that you want things to be different with your family and that very close relative. But it didn't seem to have worked. And he called me, and I told him, he said to me, I have failed. I have failed. And I said, no, you have not failed. The mere fact that you have written a letter and you have sent it means that you're willing to go the distance. Mm-hmm. If the letter was not received for some reason or the other, that's not...
You're not responsible for the other person's attitude.
No, you're not responsible for the other person's attitude.
You have the right attitude. You're not responsible. So once he has the right attitude, if the other person's attitude is bad...
Like what I spoke this morning, Jesus, he never answered.
He never answered.
Yeah.
Good. So you know how to keep the peace.
Right.
Right. Well, sometimes you have to answer if you want to clarify something, but you do it in a very, a professional way, a sensitive, humble way. If the other person does not accede to the request, to review the situation, well,
there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you
just
can do.
have to accept and move on.
Well, I believe this young man has...
What Paul did.
I believe that this young man, his motive now would be to see to his family and bring happiness to his family.
That's right.
But there are some tips that we could get. There are some tips that we can get. They say that some of the things we could do is we could list new things that we appreciate daily or weekly. Mm-hmm. Make a list of things that we learn to appreciate. Appreciate the people you have influenced in some way. Okay, like the young lady, for instance, who took us to this restaurant yesterday, and who knighted us, who was at our coronation. And all of this here you are seeing is her doing, and they're lovely photographs that she has masterfully, framed and sent to us. And well, I suppose maybe from our channel she has been influenced from our conversation on WhatsApp and whatnot. She wanted to extend herself. And that is what appreciation does. Appreciation helps you to reach out and to help. As you say, someone in the neighborhood, you appreciate. I mean, we're not here to blow a trumpet, right? But there are people around here who, they're kind to us in our little neighborhood. They're kind. And when we extend this same kindness back to them, it's like, you're reaching out, you're helping. And then they say, tell one person something that you like about them. Do it in a nice, appreciative way. Tell somebody something that you appreciate about them.
Like how I tell you, when you sweep out the house, I'll hug you and I say, oh, Lancy, I love you. And you say, you always tell me that when I sweep.
Yes, and I noticed too that you bought a new broom for me too. So, I guess I have to appreciate the new broom. I mean, since you've gone, girl, I have had many brooms changed in around here,
He's the main sweeper in the house now, woman.
I like a minesweeper.
He's the housekeeper now.
Housekeeper. He's the housekeeper and I'm the cook.
Then finally, it says that in annoying situations, dilute critical thoughts and irritation by finding some aspect to be grateful for. Things don't always work the way they should work. But it might be better, and I suppose this is something even biblical, or even a religious person could grasp at. Not everybody can please everybody, right?
Not everybody can what?
Not everybody can please everyone,
No.
okay?
Because
So-
of different personalities.
Different personalities. So the test would be, to still appreciate what that one person might have done for you.
Yeah.
Now that's a big job, because that is putting yourself down to lift the other person up.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like the camel, it goes down on its knees and you mount the camel and then it rises up to go on the journey. That's a big thing. That only help from above can help you to achieve these things.
That's why they say that look for the good in people.
That's right.
No, Mrs. Carrington always this.
Mrs.
Oh.
Carrington, talk louder.
Oh, I mean, talk, speak up.
Yeah.
She's always say, look for the good, not to look for the bad.
Yes.
Look at the good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always looking the good for people.
Yeah. Look for the good in others,
Yeah.
because whatever you look for, you will find. If you look for bad, you'll only find bad. But
Yeah.
if you look for good, you'll find only good instead of seeing the bad.
Yeah.
And appreciate whatever strength that person has. Not just be trying to criticize everything that you find about the person.
That's right.
We have to look for the good in others
Right.
and appreciate that goodness in them. Because if we look at the faults, we'll be at loggerheads all the time.
That's right. And when your children see you, young children see you looking for the good despite all,
You're teaching them.
you're teaching your kids.
Because whatever you do, you are forming the character of our little ones.
That's right. Now, conversations are important in homes.
Very
Conversations are important. When your children listen to conversations, they are influenced in
Healthy
some way.
conversation.
Healthy
Healthy
conversations, what we need.
Yeah. Because they say, that a child that lives with criticism learns to criticize.
That's right.
And so we have to remember nurturing our young children, however we behave, that's what we are producing in our children.
That's right.
So think about their little lives and demonstrate, teach them to appreciate others for who they are. Don't look for the evil in someone, look for the good. And children will learn. I mean, there's a lot of bad things happen in the world, and we have to make our children aware of these things.
Sure.
But all is not bad and all is not evil.
Yeah.
You don't just tell a
Because
child,
I
don't trust anybody.
look at YouTube and Lyndon, he takes his kid everywhere, and I send on the his answer.
You text them.
Yeah.
A comment.
I said, Lyndon, you just as your mom and dad.
Just like mom and dad.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'll
I appreciate that.
I'll
too.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate
so
that.
I send it on what is called it
YouTube, your comment.
comment, yes.
Right.
I said, Lyndon, you did just what your mom and dad do.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. Well, I hope that this will meet the hearts of some, and it'll be nice talking to you people. And I really, to go back once again, thank you for being at our coronation, the King and Queen. It's quite a title for two simple people. But it comes at a time when King Charles himself has been to his coronation, right? So nothing if wrong as if we get a little of it. We appreciate it. Okay, bye-bye, folks.
Bye. All the best.